Short Circuit is a 1986 film about a war machine which cataclysmically malfunctions and then begins a journey towards sapient thought. This is a comedy film, and it does certainly seem that, at most times, the film is foremost concerned with its humor. I personally thought that most of the jokes were great, and I laughed at a fair few, mostly because they poke fun at warmongering and the childish mindset utilized to make incredibly destructive decisions. There's also some wordplay that left me genuinely impressed, and if you're not paying constant attention, you'll miss many of the finer comedic nuances. The truly remarkable thing, though, is the way the comedic elements are used in contrast with the soul-searching existential plight of our protagonists. The juxtaposition of consistently humorous elements with serious philosophy makes the gradual development of our robot hero flow much more smoothly, and the payoffs hit all the harder when things get explicitly moral or emotional, because hey, this is a goofy comedy. Who'd have thunk it had such a golden heart underneath all that sardonic wit? It's quite a ride having the lighthearted tone starkly interrupted by drama, which highlights the limits of our human understanding in regards to consciousness, thought, and rationality. It helps that the comedy scenes pull their own weight with plentiful foreshadowing and character nuances that culminate in an appropriately devastating finale, where our hero gets violently blown to pieces. No, I'm just kidding, the robot's fine. Not only is he fine, but it turns out his creator's dad had acres and acres of unused land that he can just roam around on with plentiful space. I understand the anxious need to include a happy ending in your family film about a cute talking robot, but it comes a bit out of nowhere. All the characters may be humorous riffs on common archetypes and stuff, but they also have a fair bit of agency, and the world is grounded in its own rules most of the time. So, the hero dying is frankly the only reasonable outcome. His fate was sealed when he returned fire on military troops earlier in the film. But even if you buy that he survived this time, he won't for long. The world won't tolerate him, and he'll be found out eventually, especially since he's still armed with serious weaponry. I do still think it's a fine film overall. It's witty and sincere enough to wring emotional intensity and jovial snark alike from its relatively simple premise.